Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I have got my first ever Ember, and I gotta share with you, I just had one of the coolest experiences that I've ever had in the RV industry. So if you guys have been watching my videos for the past week, you know that I am at Funtown RV's PDI facility down here, which is absolutely beautiful, but it's also gonna be their new retail location. It's gonna be Factory Connect, and I'll tell you, I got the Ember. I'm not overly experienced in the Ember. I've never walked in one. I know 80% of the RV market, but I've never walked into it. They called the rep, and because they are so close to the manufacturer where these are built, they came down with 3 reps, and I believe one of the co-founders and production manager, and they broke me down through this in a simple and easy way. And I'll tell you, they are nice people, but they're cool. But that also gives me kind of pride of working here with Funtown and really being able to share that experience with the customers, giving them plans where if you purchase, maybe you do an RV tour or factory tour, all sorts of stuff. I'm going out on a tangent, but I just thought that was really cool and thought you might find it interesting. But this is the 2024 Ember 28BH. I think you guys are gonna love it. Hope you're having a wonderful day. All the specifications, including a link to the pricing, so things like length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, you'll find down in the description of the video, and it should pop up on the screen. But yeah, hit that like and subscribe button if you guys like RV content. I'm going to be pumping out a ton with these guys. Cannot wait. Very, very cool. One more time, it's the 2024 Ember 28BH. Let's get into it. Probably break this down in about 15 to 20 minutes. Start on the inside, work our way on the outside. This is going to be a bunk model. That's that BH. But you have real hardwood maple for the fascias on the slide, including the cabinets, a pull-out sofa, a very cool kind of gravity-fed drop-down bed. Just flip it around. You got your bathroom, your bunks. Those are pretty darn unique and a little bit different too, with a little hatch door. Perfect place for some bicycles. And then, of course, you got your entertainment, your fireplace, kitchen, and bedroom. Now, that's that short tour. Now we'll break this down, a little bit more. And I'll tell you, one of the most impressive things about this entire experience that I just had with the reps, and the big dogs there from Ember, are these windows are different than anything that I have ever seen, and they are probably even nicer than, that $1 million Tiffin that I did, or, MSRP of over $1 million. So you got these 4 latches right here. But this is going to be a Euro style, and what's cool about it is they're going to be dual pane. You also have right here where you can pull down kind of the half drac where you can still see out, but it blots out some of the sun. And then down here you pull up and you got the full drac, and if you can see in the reflection, you got that silver. That's because it's got the thermofoil built into it, so it's really going to keep down, on that heat that emitting that come in. It's going to reflect a lot of that. Plus it'll keep some nosy eyes out and stop the skin from sizzling. But you hear 1 click, 2 clicks, 3 clicks. Look how incredible that is. So dual pane, every window opens up like that, aside from this one right here, which still opens up for a nice cross breeze. But you can drop down that top, again, for a screen, pull up the bottom just for a nightshade at night. But how freaking cool is that? So every single window opens like that, and they even got a skylight in the bedroom. I am extremely impressed with this, and I don't usually get impressed by RVs in general anymore. But right here, you got the slide height, 6 foot tall. You bust it out here, 82 inches of height, so pretty nice, a little bit above average there. But again, you got the actual hardwood maple for the slide fascia and the cabinetry. So, babe, if you're watching, I love you. Look how much those open up. These are nice. I'm fanboying a little bit. These are highfalutin campers. They're not inexpensive, but it seems to be that they're very much so worth the money. I also like how the flooring right here inside the slide is going to be that linoleum, so it really blends in. And with this big old slide right here, you get a lot of walk-around room. I'm 6 feet tall. I could probably lay across the front or drop an air mattress if I needed to. Even if this didn't pull out to make a full-size bed, you got the size to do that. It's just kind of walk-around room, man. When it's, when it's rainy out, you have somewhere where you're not trapped. So that window will open up the same. Everything's going to be the same on that. You got storage underneath this dinette. It's also a little bit deeper than most, which is pretty nice. That little extra piece, the rep said that they're plain Tetris. So when you drop this down in bed mode, it parts right down in the middle to make it one even sleeping space. Again, because it is a little bit larger. But you see this table, not only is it a good place to sit down, have some dinner, play some euchre, read a book, enjoy that breeze from that massive window, I still can't get over that window. That is just awesome. But you're also going to notice there's no legs. So if I had 2 free hands, I would do it. With a single one, I'm probably not really able to do it with, not kind of huffing and puffing. But basically, you pull up and lift out, and then you yank it and you drive it down. And it sits on those little nubblies right there, and you're ready to rock. But very, very cool function to have that. And I love the fact that there's no legs. Flip it around. Directly across from your seating is going to be an entertainment section. You got a 32-inch TV that looks like it's going to be, on a swivel, which is nice. You got the Connex soundbar built in, gets nice and loud for you. It also runs off of the 12-volt, which, by the way, this has 2 200-watt solar panels and a 2,000-watt inverter as well. So that's going to be a really big-time plus. It'll run up all your outlets, your lights, all that good stuff. You got your fireplace right here, the 30-inch Furrion. If you're not familiar with that, it puts out 500 BTUs of, here, let's see what that actually is. You got the heat area. It's 5,000 BTUs of heat, I do believe, but it puts out 500 square feet of basically, heating power. So in an RV this size, you can get a lot of stuff done with that free electric down at the campground. Great feature to have. Plus, it also looks very cool. It's basically a fancy space heater, but it's got a white, orange, blue, and I think white, orange, blue, and a red, I believe. Even that's looking pretty darn nice. I mean, look at that. Just looks cool. And I love the fact that it's that actual maple. Not a lot of companies use that real wood. Usually they're that kind of that veneer that you can peel off over the years, or if it gets too hot, the gluing kind of goes away. But not in this one. Got a fantastic fan. Helps you suck out the steam or the stink from whatever you're cooking. And you also got plenty of space to do the cooking. So you got some really good countertop space, especially when you take into account right here, you got that little flip-up table. So, I mean, check that out. Just elongates that area, but also collapses down so it doesn't give you a little hip check as you're walking in and out. You got the stainless steel undermounted bowl. You also have a pretty cool looking backsplash with an outlet, another Euro window. So imagine, I almost imagine like passing like a pie. I think if I was living in this camper, I'd pass out a pie through that window to the kids. I don't know why, but that's what that window kind of reminds me of. 3 stovetop burner, the old Furrion. Whip up all the fixings. Pretty good size oven here too. You could fit up some of those fancy Cornish hens. And then you got 4 of these cabinets right there. So I like seeing that. And you're also going to notice it is on that silent close, that soft close. Really nice clean cut storage and access to your plumbing. And then the overhead storage is pretty nice as well. Bada bang. Bada boom. You also got a pretty highfalutin microwave right here, the old Furrion. 0.9 cubic foot built-in convection microwave oven with an air fryer. So I love it how some of these microwaves are coming with an air fryer. What a world to live in. You're camping, you can use a freaking air fryer to make some snacks. And you got an oven, and you got a 3 stovetop burner. I mean, that's camping at its finest. So before I head back into the main bedroom, let's go ahead and go back, to the bunks. And this is pretty cool. So you got kind of, whatever you want to call it, that service hatch out the back. I think when I'm traveling, I imagine with our kids, we got, 4 kids at home. The bunks are awesome. First off, they kind of have that cutout square. They're larger than average bunks. It's not just a twin bed. It's more of like almost like a full size, like one of those split queens, but really comfortable. They would love that. They also got their Euro window right there, but this one kind of splits and it hangs up right here on that little spring load with that door. So I imagine putting in like bicycles or my daughter's little Bluey scooter that we can't seem to get her off every time she goes outside. Just really nice, usable, accessible, access. But you're also going to see you got 2 USBs, 300-pound load capacity, and 600 on the double bunk. So that's even good enough for the plumpest of firstborns. Even I could jump up there, on most days at least. You got a ladder that goes up. Little cubby there. And then I'm not going to show that to you down, but you get the idea. It's just the same bed, just down there. But that's kind of in travel mode. I thought that was more important. You also got a big old closet. I could see, hanging up a bunch of clothes, putting some of your stowaways, your blankets, maybe some of those red Solo cups for some apple juice pong. All sorts of good stuff can go in here. Here's the control for your Max Air fan, your heat and your AC. What? Are you kidding me? Look at that. I don't know why they didn't mention that. That is too freaking cool. You got a dimmer for a nice ambient glow. Man, this is movie mode right here. What an awesome, cool thing right there. I can't believe they didn't tell me about that. Your water heater, electric, and your, your flame. And then your awning, the slide, all your different lights, where you can check out the tank fills. Man, let me just show you that dim again. Dang. That's fancy. I feel like I need to walk in here with my pinky up. All right, you also got an absolutely, let me see here, where is that fan control right there? An absolutely massive bathroom. So you can see all that storage you got to the left of the shower. The shower is also pretty decent size, but you got a little porcelain throne right here, the old foot flush, and it's in a pretty good spot to where you can see here, I got room to be moving and grooving. As a bigger guy, I'm cognizant of that space. And you definitely got enough space to get some business done. You also got accent lighting around that mirror for the old bowling gun, baby. I think that looks pretty sharp. Access to the plumbing, more storage over here. Another Euro style window. Man, I love that. And this also has the shower miser. So if you're not familiar with the shower miser, essentially what that is you turn this little control right here. You flip this either down or up, whichever way it is, and it stops the water from coming out of the shower head, and it just sits there and circulates and circulates and circulates in the tanks. It takes a couple minutes to warm up the water. Then this right here will change to like a yellow or a white, depending on which one they have, and that's indicating that it's hot. It's ready. And then you open it up, let the hot water come out, you're good to go, but you're not wasting water on your trip, that valuable fresh water. Little octopus guys sitting there all friendly, just waiting for a towel to hang up. Let's go check out that bedroom. So queen style bed, and the cool thing about this bed too, I believe, yeah, it opens up to a ton of space. So that is nice. And it's all, look at that. It's got there it is, the aluminum construction. So there's not going to be wood under here. So again, this is a higher end product. You also get some higher end features. Those struts, normally I have to kind of hip check. Those are staying up on their own. Very nice feel. The touch and feel on that is awesome. The cabinetry too, when you open it and you're kind of pulling to the side, I'm putting some pretty good effort into that. It's not wobbling around. I mean, it is very sturdy for you. So overhead storage both left and right with a little hanging bar. Pull-out drawer over here. An emergency exit. Even though they're all emergency exits, they had to indicate, one. But again, they all open up to like that 80 degrees. That's same in that living room. And even this top one, this is going to be your skylight. So this is really nice. It has the same features where you got the, the half drac and then the full drac. But then also, do a little bit of stargazing here, which is pretty cool. And it has a couple different ways that it seals. So you can have like a vent mode. But look at that. I mean, that opens up, all the way. You can do what you want. See some stars. When I went out to the Grand Canyon, the stars were unfreaking real. I can only imagine if I was laying in somewhere, super comfortable, what that would have aided, to my memories. Just imagine sleeping out there, stargazing. Just really nice. TV backer location, so you can put yourself up a little big boy TV, probably about a 45-inch, I would guess, judging by the looks. You have your normal plug-in, 12-volt plug-in, cable and satellite. And then right over there, a little place where you can put, some clothes, a little cubby. And then you got the 4, dresser drawers there as well. And again, on that soft close, you got a little nightlight you can turn on. Over here, the same hanging clothes, but you get 2 USBs, and 2 outlets. So I'm going to walk you through here the beginning of this again, and then we're going to head around the outside, show you where everything is located, tell you a couple cool things that I learned as well. But again, it's the 2024 Ember 28BH, and I'll tell you, I'm pretty darn impressed. I'm in a lot of these. I'm sure these things are, pretty expensive. I'll have that link down in the description, again, with all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes. If you guys made it this far, hit that like and subscribe button. They do have one of the better warranties in the industry too. So you got an actual 2-year warranty, and it's transferable which is nice with a 3-year structural, or 1-year transferable, 2-year, and then the 3 is going to be that structural. Pretty darn neat. But yeah, all the specifications, length, height, tank size, awning size will be down in the description. Now, another thing that they do is a little bit different, is you're going to see, you got all the looks. One, you got a little tree guard right there, which is pretty cool. Keep it off the roof, keep it off that Euro window, which I'm sure isn't cheap to, to fix. So I like seeing that kind of rock guard. But they also etched in the Ember. Their emblem is pretty darn cool. I need to sneak a hat from them. Right now I'm rocking the old Funtowner Rooski hat, but I'd like to get an Ember hat to walk around in, strut my stuff. You have a drop frame right here, which is going to be really nice because you're going to get 50 cubic foot of space right here in the front. And you notice you got the Tuflex flooring to match up with all of that, aluminum frame construction. Really clean cut, looking sharp. It looks like you got like a little, maybe like a table. I think that's what that is, probably a table up there. LED light goes all the way across. You got your quick drop for the stabilizers. You are prepped up for the 3-camera safety system. So if you opt to go ahead and have that as a dealer install, the view you get, take out the door or use your imagination there. It's going to be something like that. Helps kind of mitigate, some of those blind spots. But another thing that Ember does, which is pretty cool, is kind of like a lane assist. So if you can see and imagine these, glowing up, orange. So if something's over there behind you, kind of in that spot, this will pop orange. We'll see here, this one. So it's got that motorhome close, I guess probably parked close enough to it. You see it blinks. And it lets you know that something is behind you. So it lets you know maybe to take a more careful approach, another careful little look, when you're driving through. So a really nice safety feature to have. You got your power tongue jack, a really cool box here for your propane, for some storage. I could totally see you putting in some like tools or something like that. Then this part, it's got those little latches right there, those rubber latches, but you can pull this completely off if you want. 2 propane, place for your battery. You're rocking and rolling, and again, you got that emblem etched in there, just looking really nice and sharp. A big awning with the LED lights there underneath. This is going to be the exterior of those Euro windows, which are again going to be dual pane, open up to about 80 degrees. Just really nice, especially with that alumifoil. Will help keep in that heat, keep that cost down, and that propane, save it a little bit longer. The awning is also going to be 12 volt, by the way. Spray port, so if you need to get access to some water, you definitely can. I love these Lippert, the solid steps. These are the extra size too, so they go up into the doorway, but look how wide these things are. You're also going to notice this sits up a little bit taller, and you got your dual axle. The outside kitchen is also very impressive. Those Blackstone griddles are the wave right now. I've got one. I freaking love it. I use it all the time. Now you can whip up the fixins while you're out camping. Use this for like a little prepping station right here, which is pretty nice. Maybe put some plates, some buns, some tomato cuttings, all that good stuff. And then you have an outside refrigerator that you can probably fit a 24 rack of apple juice in there. Absolutely no problem. Azdel construction in the wall and on the outside of the wall, which is pretty darn nice, both interior and outerior. That is just cool to have in general. And they also use what they call Turnabond. Now, I wasn't really overly familiar with that. I'm still not. And correct me if I'm wrong, and anything that I've missed on this camper, feel free to chime in down in the comments. But it's a higher end of finishing that. So anywhere that you have a point or where it connects, there's that Turnabond behind it. And what's nice is it makes a sealant right behind there. And it's a very, very high-end sealant. What's nice about that is, water's always going to be your enemy, and anytime you can eliminate some water. So the Azdel is really nice. It's impervious to water. The Turnabond on the corners makes it more impervious to water and leaks from getting in. It's just a higher end way of finishing the camper. So right here, you're going to be prepped up for the Furrion observation camera. Pack on one of those bad boys you're seeing behind you with some distance marker. It's also got a built-in mic, which is a big time plus. And then you have the Lippert on-the-go ladder system. So that hooks up in there, runs you about $285, $300, something like that right there on their website. But you can get on top of your fully walkable roof, check your seal, check your slide. You're gonna have a good time. You got a bumper with a spare tire. These are also gonna be fifth wheel tires. They're gonna be H rated, and they are the, let me see here. There you go, if you wanna look up those. Bada binga, bada boomy. The old Goodyear. That's that back hatch, and even that, look at that. I mean, that is sturdy little sucker. I think that's that Storm, that French Hiction door that can go up to 25, 35 miles per hour of wind. But that's where I'd put that bluey scooter. You drop it down a little nubblies, you're back on sleeping mode. Just pretty cool to have. Around here on the other side, this is going to be those lane assist markers that I was showing you up on the front. You got your sewer outlet connection right there, so that's going to be where the everything from the poop tank is coming out. These slides are also slide topper prepped, so that's very cool. You notice right here, Solera, easy-ish to install, probably maybe take you about an hour or so at the dealership. But what's nice about a slide topper, if you're not familiar with them, it's a piece of awning that goes from here to here, and it prevents any debris from falling on top of your slide. So when you pull that in, it prevents that leak. So there's not that tree branch that'll poke into the seal and cause a bad day. Look at that window. That's why I was calling it that pie window over there. I mean, look at that thing. Freaking crazy. Fresh water drain. It's going to be located somewhere around here. Let's see here. All right there. Then you got your low point drain. The other side for the camera prep. And then your docking station, which is pretty impressive as well. So you have hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, your hot water bypass, your galley tank, waste holding tank, bada bing, bada boom. Your black tank flush, so it's basically a sprinkler system there for the poop tank. And then you got your metal, little latches right there as well. But all right, guys, I'm sure you got enough about me talking your ear off about this bad boy. Again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2024 Ember 28BH. Have a good day. See ya.